Disclaimer! This is my first time making a video in English. English is not my first language, so this video may contain some writing and pronunciation mistakes. My apologies for any mistakes there may be in this video. Also, this video contains some sensitive subjects for viewers. I am not responsible for any triggers this video may cause. A few months ago, a friend sent me in a private server a video of a music that she worked for. I heard the song and I was amazed by how good it was. Instrumental, arts, voices, everything was incredible. I wanted more. So due to Twitter shutdown in my country, I went to her Blue Sky and I find a thread with the lore of the song and I read it. And holy frick, the lore was insanely good. It was so crazy and mind-blowing that I say, I need to make a video about this. And here we are, 4 months after the release of The Weak Voice of a Diva. Finally, I decided to make this video, telling you guys the history behind Project Diva Deep Blue. Also, big thanks to Mirage Lilith, my friend and creator of the whole history of this project, and she helped me with everything on the lore and with the video too, like the thumbnail. Also, she has a huge thread on her Twitter about the music, so go check it out after this video. Also, thanks to the creators of the song itself, Retsias and Orhaiko. Your guys' song is amazing. Everyone's Twitters are in the description with the credits and the song. So let's get straight into the video. Hatsune Miku, one of the most famous singers of her time. She had everything. Her voice was perfect and the world was hers. Our history takes place in 2008. At the first very moment, she was the only greatest singer of her time. But as the time went by, it was realized that they needed something new. So then, new singers were born, Akita Neru and Kasane Teto, creating then the Triple Baka, a trio made by Hatsune Miku, Akita Neru and Kasane Teto. When the Triple Baka was released, the voices of Akita and Kasane start getting popular and people were leaving Miku behind. Miku started getting obfuscated by them too, and as the time went by, she got less and less known, and the others too were getting more and more famous. After a long time, Miku was completely forgotten. She starts wondering why this was happening with her. Also, after that, the producers start making her sing some songs with melancholic and gruesome lyrics, making she get confused. Miku start getting even more sad with all of this happening. She had everything, and now it was all destroyed. Her voice was perfect. Why do they need more? She asked it for herself. She was lonely, only Miku alone, and sad, with no one to console her. She started to broken apart, and because of that, she started to hurt and harm herself. The loneliness and the sadness were making Miku go insane. But then, she felt something different. A new feeling. It was something that she never felt before. She found out how is the despair of being left behind. Every single one used her to rise, and she was left with no one. This feeling was so strong that changed Miku forever. Now, she wasn't Miku anymore. She was Diva. And Diva decided to show her old friends what she was feeling. Giovanna Haku. She was the very first one at Diva's list. She was on her room. It was just a normal day. But then, suddenly, she got visited by Diva. Diva was saying what she felt and showing this for Haku. Haku was scared. She noticed that she isn't Miku anymore. She was different. Something that I didn't mention is that now Miku was actually very different. She was now obsolete. She changed, and now she was looking more like a puppet made of porcelain. When she finds Haku, she starts to question why this has only happened with her. After questioning herself, she decided that now she will use Haku for her new rise. Then, Diva decided to make a test, and this test was not very nice. Diva ripped the vocal cords of Haku out of her neck, leaving Haku down dead on the ground. But actually, part of Haku was still useful for Diva. That was her vocal cords that Diva used to make a guitar to do her own rise again. But Haku was not the only one that Diva showed her feelings. The next one was Kasane Teto. Diva went to Teto's dorm, and she decided to show Teto her new discoveries about her own feelings. That unexpected visit made Teto get uncomfortable and scared. Diva was getting too close to Teto, causing her to get even more scared. Then, Diva decided to do another test. This test makes the two idols break in a big fight that lasted for so long. The fight ends with Teto shattering Diva's face and a big mess with vocal cords of them two on the ground all around. The fight was so big that the room catch on fire, making the left side of Teto's face burn before Diva accidentally break Teto's neck apart. Teto now was dead. Then Diva noticed they are made of flesh. That means that she could be real like them. But because of them, she wasn't real anymore. She was a puppet made of porcelain, fragile and broken. Her voice are weak and obsolete because of them. All of them used her to rise up, and now she was the one left behind. Like she never existed. She could be the greatest if it weren't for them. With all of this happening, someone needed to make something about it. That someone was Gumi. She started to investigate what was happening and why everyone was disappearing without any trace. Gumi was trying to find some clues to what was happening. And all of this was happening on Mirage Lilith's Twitter, making this part of the history being an ARG. For those who don't know, an ARG is a type of interactive storytelling where players come together to solve puzzles and tasks in order to progress through the story arc. This ARG happened in a lot of different ways, in images, audios, videos, Discord DMs, and even on Steam. Unfortunately, I wasn't on the Project Diva fandom at this time, but we still got some information of what happened on this arc. The arc was pretty big, with the spectators helping Gumi to figure out what was happening. Or actually not. In the very end of the arc, we noticed that we're not helping Gumi to get on Diva. We were helping Diva to find Gumi. All those information was gave by Diva for Gumi fall onto her trap. This was seen on the last picture when Gumi don't remember her getting all of those information. It was actually too easy to be through, but unfortunately Gumi didn't notice that. Diva actually backed down sometimes, but as Gumi was getting closer and closer to the truth, she decided that she needed to stop her. Diva went to Gumi's dorm and ambushed her. She smashed 2 parts of a television into Gumi's head, killing Gumi. Something that we notice is that Diva got a very strange power. Everything that she kills don't actually dies. She have the power to make the others continue, turning them into mindless zombies. Or not so mindless. Some of them actually have conscience. They have their own wishes, but they all obey Diva orders. Basically, Teto become Go, Gumi become Prima Donna, and Haku turning into Cordless. And finally, after all this time, we're getting into the music part. Yeah, the music is not the start or the end. It's actually the middle of the history. And for me, this is actually the best part. July 9th of 2010. Akita Neru, the last survivor. The only hope left. Diva tries to call Akita countless times. This was making Akita go crazy. She couldn't take it anymore. So then, after many tries, Akita picked up the phone. What she sees on the phone was Teto, now transformed into gold, warning her that she was coming after her, the one that they left behind, the one that they harmed, even indirectly, the one that was forgotten by everyone. She was close. We can see this on the first part of the music lyrics. Akira tried to run away from her fate, but it was too late now. She is close. She is actually very close. She is here. Diva was happy to see her old friend, her beloved, her muse again. The intensity of the music shows how deep this was for them too. Almost like a dance, her final and last dance. The song getting to the climax, the highest point of the song, when we only hear Akira's voice, like in a sad tone. To rise again to Diva's final declaration. Her voice is perfect. The world now was hers. And after the song release, we still got a little comic on Mirage Lilith's Twitter showing us that may probably there was the end of Akita. Farewell, my muse. After that, literally moments after that, the intense voice of Hatsune Miku got released when Diva showed to the world her new restart. Now, she became again the loved icon that she used to be. Like the others, Akita actually didn't die. She also came back, but now with Muse. Her voice is only beeps and gibberish cause she didn't adapt to all that happened with her. Even after all, Diva tries to make all of them comfortable in this new world, even though Muse never seemed to enjoy the situation. And that's almost everything that we have on the main lore that was confirmed by Sarah. I have to thank Neruji for making this huge and great thread about history. It helped me to understand almost everything that happens, and it was one of the first threads that I see after Mirage Lilith's thread. For now, the lore is not completed yet. We still got a lot happening right now on Mirage Lilith's and the characters' Twitters. I think I forgot to say, but yes, the characters have a Twitter, and the most part of the history and part of the arc was happening there. Also, Project Diva is close to receive a new song made by Red Seas and Ohiko, and it already got a teaser. The song seems pretty great, and it will adapt the first part of the Diva's arc when she visits Haku. The name of the song is Dekishi, that means in Japanese, death by drowning. After the song and lore release, we got some comic of the characters, most specifically Go and Prima Donna, talking about how they were suffering and who is more human. After this, Haku and Muse also start talking how this was horrible for them. So in this comic, we can actually see that they actually have their own thoughts about that. That means that they can probably rebel against Diva? I don't know. We're gonna see in the next chapters. Also, I forgot to say something. After all of this, we still got a big thing coming. I checked Twitter and Mirage Lilith posted this. Maybe there's hope for us after all. Meaning that we will have new characters incoming. We're probably gonna have new songs and new lore coming. I'm actually very excited for this. So if you want to keep following the lore, please follow everyone on the YCCM3 team and the fans too. Everyone's Twitter is on the description. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I can't forget, my name is Victor, but you can call me Videlima. Goodbye!